Hi, everybody. We're talking about respecting the spiritual world, respecting the dead. Um, there's a lot of people that like to go to cemeteries, like to go investigating on certain lands, doing all this stuff. But the thing is, okay, are you grounded? Are you prepared? What's going to come at you? Also, too, people that have weak hearts or illnesses or anything like that, you need to watch out. Also, too, there's a lot of people that like to be on Fort Polk, like to go to the cemeteries over there and everything. I have been there, not to all of them, but there's one cemetery out there, and it's called the Screeching Woman, and that's the Smith and Maddox Cemetery. Okay, she's very powerful ghost, very powerful spirit, and everything. You know she's there. She's part of the woods, and she's part of the cemetery. Okay, we have orbs. We had orbs. We had different pictures, things like that. Okay, people that think they know what they're doing, please. I hope you do know what you're doing. Pray before you get into the cemetery and pray before you get out of the cemetery. Okay, before you go into your automobiles. Okay, because you can bring attachment with you. Okay, also, too, all right, do not disturb the graves. Do not disturb where they lay. Walk on the path. Watch where you're stepping. Show respect and everything else. The main thing, there's a lot of people that think they're spiritualists and everything, and they want to show their power. They want to show their gift. They want to be boasting. They want to be an egomaniac. Just make sure you're grounded. Make sure, and do not disturb the dead because you want to. If you feel in your heart, your body, and soul that you have to relay a message for them, you have to be there. They're calling you. You go. Okay? Respect the dead. There's holidays to celebrate the dead. There's Halloween. And there's also Cinco de Mayo, which respects the dead too, the souls. And the thing is like I tell everybody, remember, when you speak to the dead and you do EVPs and stuff like that, after you're finished, you say thank you, you show your blessing, you bring a gift, okay? You bring a gift and you bring more things to you and to them. A gift is a coin. A gift is a drink. A gift is a fruit. A gift, anything small and everything. A beautiful scarf. Things like that. Showing gifts and respect. When you say thank you and everything, if they want to go towards the light, they can go towards the light. Or you release them. You do not keep the dead at bay in that area. Okay, you let them go. They come somewhere else. You send them back to where they have come from. Show respect for the dead. Okay, I do. I've been doing this for 39 years or more. Okay, and also, if you do that, you're showing respect, more will come to speak to you through their energy. Remember, when they come and speak to you and everything else, they are using a lot of energy to come between the veil and you. Okay? Do not disturb their graves. Do not disrespect the dead in a way of calling names, giggling, not taking it seriously, okay? Because I take it seriously, all right? Also, too, people think it's a joke. It's not a joke. You ever see that movie, Grave Dancers? Okay? That can happen to you, okay? When these people come into the graveyard and everything else, and they come in there and celebrating, partying, drinking beer, dancing on the graves, and everything else, okay? They started dancing in this area where negative ghosts were, where they were buried. They were buried as misfits to society, murderers, people that hurt people, everything. One danced on a child's grave that started fires and killed his family. Another one danced on a judge's grave where he enslaved women and tortured them until they died. Another one, the other grave, was of a woman that was left behind by a married man and was promised all these things, and was left behind and everything else, and she murdered him. So, a scorned woman. So you need to watch out. Do not disrespect the cemetery. Do not respect the haunted house. Do not disrespect anywhere that has activity. Even paranormal investigators like me. I do not disrespect the dead. I knock on the door. People do live there, but I still knock out of respect. Even the bedrooms, anything. I also say hello. Tell them I don't mean any disrespect. If you want to speak, you want to relay a message, and everything. That's why my cleansings are successful, especially the test I did on Friday and everything. When my 3 clients came and everything else, and I did an EVP test at the same time of the sage cleansing. Also, too, and those spirits spoke. I spoke to 5 spirits that night, and I have some recordings. Also, too, recordings and the words that they said. Also, people out there that are just looking for an adventure and everything, you need to be careful, especially from shadow walkers. Shadow walkers can be an Indian tribe. Shadow walkers can be negative spirits. Shadow walkers can be shapers, okay? They can be anything, okay? You can deal with the demonic world, the negative world, and a malevolent spirit dealing with shadow walkers, okay? Or you can be dealing with an angry spirit that can come and attach to you at any time and come attached to your automobile or anything. Okay? Especially when you deal with spirits dealing with a child. They're looking for mothers, they're looking for mother figures, and everything else. They can get attached to you. Okay? Make sure when you leave the cemetery, you leave the spirits there, or you send them to the light. Okay? Also, too, you have to be experienced. Other people tell me, I bring sage to the cemetery and everything. Why? You're not blessing the cemetery. Okay? The cemetery is already blessed. And on top of that, too, is spirits in there that don't want to leave, or they want to leave, but they're trapped by other entities. Okay? You go in a cemetery and you disturb a grave, you're disturbing the spirit. And you're showing disrespect to them, and you're showing disrespect to me as a spiritual advisor. Okay? Also, too, any building you go into always has a residual haunting or a residual history. Okay? Even in cemeteries. You never know what graves are graves. Graves can be built on other graves, okay, in the cemetery. You don't know which spirit is haunting or anything else. You can bring sage all you want and everything. You can bless yourselves before you go in and bless yourselves when you come out, and you can use that sage. Okay? But if you go in there with sage and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to bring out a lot of activity that you do not want. Especially when you're unexperienced or anything else, you're going to bring a lot of stuff towards you. Okay? Sage, anything like that, you go in there, you're going into their home. You're going into their spiritual home. You walk into a cemetery, any kind of cemetery, you introduce yourself because you look at it as their home, their resting place. Okay? You're not going to bring something strange in there or anything, but you can bear gifts like pennies, coins, so they can take their journey back with energy. Okay? Any metal, any electricity, your phones, anything they can attach to get energy or anything like that, they will, and they will try. When an entity is talking to you, you have to make sure it's that entity. Okay? Or if that's that person. All right? That passed on in that grave or in that area. Okay? The main thing is that you need to come alive and feel secure about yourself and do bigger and better things. But just don't disrespect the dead. I just ask you for that because they can be very negative. They can come back at you and make your life a living hell. Okay? Fort Polk is going through hell now. Okay? It's going through a lot of things. There's a lot of people that have different beliefs, different religions, live in open marriages, live in all that stuff. You have a lot of activities. Okay? And the activities are going to blow up because all those housings, all those barracks and everything is old farmland, old Indian burial ground, everything. Okay? People ask me, can I go on Fort Polk to bless and everything else? Well, I've been on there before and everything. I blessed homes and everything else. But now I'm not allowed to go on there because the thing is that who I am and what I do and everything, the military don't want me to go on there and say this place is haunted, which everyone knows it's haunted because the houses they live in and what they deal with, okay? But they don't want me to put a stamp on it and say that, and then when they recruit and everything and they get sent there, the military families or anything, when they transfer to state and everything, they don't want people to think that it's haunted, and they don't want to live there. Okay, so the thing is, there's other spiritualists that are there that can help you. One is Lauren. The other one is a very strong other person that needed help from another person but never showed up. Evangelina, she's very strong in her spiritual ways also. Very strong. Also too, there's a lot of black magic going on over there and everything are around that area because I feel the energy. Also, and plus it was confirmed. I could sit on my couch, my recliner in my house, and I know what's going on around Leesville, Louisiana, and Fort Polk, because the spirits are there, and my spiritual animal is the familiar, which is the Gatu, which is the cat. And the thing is that transfer to transfer, body to body. Okay? Also, too, people that disrespect the dead will get what's coming to them. And I don't have to do anything. The dead will. And like there's a saying, there's more dead on this earth than the living. The veil is getting thinner and thinner and thinner every day. So if you feel that you can pull out a Ouija board and get your relative, you are kidding yourself. Okay? Because there can be something in the darkness lurking and waiting to come through. So be careful in what you do. If you do seances, you do whatever negative and everything, and you're not prepared and you're not grounded, you're going to get it. Okay? Like I said, it is not a glamour thing. It is not nothing of that. You don't have to prove your powers or anything, but you're trying to be someone that you're not. Okay? That's the main thing. People ask me questions every day and everything, and I'm glad they do. I'm glad to help. Okay? And like I said, more and more, the more questions you ask, come to my school, come to my home, which is my school, and I will teach you. Okay? I will teach you so you can be prepared, okay, in what you do. Okay? And the thing is that you can use many spiritual tools, many things, but respect. Respect. Okay? If you're going to go to a cemetery with a lot of children, bring some cars, bring a ball, bring a toy, bring a stuffed toy. Okay? You go to a cemetery with a lot of adults and everything. Spirits will drink. Bring a glass of water for them. Bring a glass of wine for them. Bring them something. Fruit, candy, and put it near their grave to respect them. The males that smoked, bring a cigar. Do something of kindness. You show kindness, you get more respect. They don't want to speak, that's on their own. You know, ghosts have their own mind. If they want to leave, they'll leave. If they don't, they'll stay. You can do all the house blessings you want. If they don't want to go, they will not go. Okay? The thing is that people deal with a lot of things that are negative, but also, too, there's a lot of positive, dealing with angels, dealing with spiritual guides, dealing with things like that could help you out also. Learn. Always research. Know your demons, but never say their name. Know your angels and never say their name. The other angels. Know your deities. Know what you need to use, your gods, your goddesses. Different beliefs, different idols. Some religions don't believe in idolism, some do. You do what you need to do. But respect the spiritual world. Sometimes people have to live in their house with their spirits because they don't want to leave and they've been living there before you. Respect. Okay? But I'm just telling you now, you go to the cemetery, please don't stay there during the witching hour, which is 12 midnight. And do not stay there at 3 a.m., the demonic hour where they mock the Trinity. You'll have something that you cannot take off with Ajax to deal with. Okay? Fine, if you want to go to the cemetery when it's dark, fine. But the thing is, show respect and be grounded. The main thing is that you have to realize that you are one person, you are a vessel. It can get attached to you if you're not strong. Especially, you are responsible for the people that come with you also. If you see something wrong, if you're a seer, if you're psychic and everything, you see something coming after you, you warn them. So do not think it's a joke. It is not a joke. Respect the dead. Respect it. Always do that. Because one thing, they will come after you. You think their only stay is in the cemetery? If they have the energy to walk out there and you invited them to follow you, they will follow you home. They'll follow you in your car. They'll find your innocence, which is your children, and it will combine there. You think you have trouble now in your house with all the creaks, the turns, and everything else? You go to a cemetery and everything and not be prepared, it will follow you. So if you're planning to go to cemetery tonight or any night, be careful, be grounded. It's not a joke. You have a blessed evening. Bye.